going to focus on one area, that is soil erosion. If anybody wants the thorough cross section of this area, then he should read this paper. Basically, it is all the soil erosion. And all of you know soil erosion means, first of all, there is a detachment, then there is a transportation of this eroded materials, and there is a deposition. And what happens, the bad effects of the soil erosion are like whenever the uppermost top layer of soil get eroded, it is a fertile layer. Okay, so there is a loss of fertility. Then the sediment it deposited at the end in the reservoir, so it causes the sedimentation of reservoir and loss of capacity. And again, it causes some problems in operation of hydroelectric power plants. Now we are having habitual with this some erosion models, like conventional models are there, Usley, Mosley. But when these models, they are accompanied with the remote sensing and GIS, they are giving the spatial distribution of the soil. That's what the beauty of this coupling of this remote sensing and GIS with these conventional models. So all of you know remote sensing means it is a technique, it is an art to gather the information about an object without having physical contact with it. That's what the remote sensing. GIS, all of you know, it is basically the DBMS, database management system. It has components like software, hardware, people, etc. So coupling of this remote sensing and GIS with this erosion models, it uses spatial distribution. That is the advantage. Now, first of all, I am going to be brief on the conventional soil erosion models, and then I will shift to the drawbacks of this, which are the drawbacks of these conventional models, and then I will introduce you to the non-conventional models. Okay, basically, the first model that is used universally for the soil erosion estimation is the universal soil loss equation. That is by the Wishmere and Smith. It has been developed in stages from 1960 to 1978. In 1978, it has been published in the form of one handbook, Agricultural Handbook 537 in USA in 1978. So basically, this model, universal soil loss equation, or USLE in short, it consists of 6 parameters: R, K, LS, CP, and A. A is the soil erosion rate in tons per year. R factor is the soil erodibility factor. It depends upon the rainfall intensity. K factor is depend on the texture of the soil, size of the soil grains, etc. Soil properties. Next, LS. L is the slope length factor. It depends upon the slope of the main channel of that given area. S is the average gradient of that given study area. C is the cropping management system or cropping management pattern you are adopting in the given area. P is the conservation practice factor. Whether you are doing some contour trenching or staggered contouring, or whether you are having some terrain slopes like that, all these practices they are covered in this parameter P. So this is the basic equation, and this equation is developed on the basis of 10,000 unit plot data, and each unit plot was having the length of 72.9 feet and width of 9 feet. So that is the name is given as unit plot, and such 10,000 plots were there, and on each plot they have experimented with the different intensity of rainfall, and they collected the data of runoff and soil erosion, and they basically after that they collected this whole data of this 10,000 unit plots for 20 years, plus data of 16 data of fields in 16 fields in the 16 states of the USA, and they collaborated and they formed one equation. This is called as the USLE, Universal Soil Loss Equation. Now, this is second. Some additional data is added of Northeast America. Okay, and some research findings at that time they have been added, and one new equation it is formed. That is the revised Universal Soil Loss Equation. Just only two parameters are different. The estimation of parameter L and S is different. Estimation of parameter LS and along with the R is there. These three parameters they are modified according to the new added data. Okay. RUSLE 2 is also there. Again, after Rusle 1, Rusle 1 or Rusle, they are same. Rusle 1.06 is for the disturbed lands, mining, construction, etc. We are not dealing with it. Again, 1.06 is also there. That is developed by the USDA laboratory. Okay, it is also this refinement of 1.06 model. After that comes RUSLE, that Rusle 2 model. Rusle 2 model and Rusle 1.06 and 1.06C models, they have removed all the drawbacks essentially which were there in the Rusle and USLE. Okay, it is the recent one equation. It is very useful equation. Okay, but it is based on the data of USA only. That is the major drawback.
So please be fast.
Yes, please.
Lunch is ready.
Yes. Mostly, it is the modified universal Soilers equation. Okay, and just they have modified the parameter of that means they have added one component of runoff. Basically, in earlier equations like USLE, Rusle 1, Rusle 2, Rusle 1.06, 1.06C, there was no parameter for the erosion generated by the runoff. Runoff generated erosion was not there. That component has been added in Musle. That's why it is runoff volume and peak rate of discharge is added. That's why it is and one good thing is that these earlier equations, USLE, Rusle, etc., they are giving only the annual average values. Suppose one rainfall it will occur, and if you want to find out the erosion due to that rainfall, it is not possible with the USLE and Rusle. It is only possible with the Musle. It is event-based model. That is the advantage of this. Again, one thing, the USLE and Rusle models, they were based on some specific small plot size data. So their application to a greater spatial scale, say watershed, some big basin, it is not possible. So for that you have to add some scale correction factors, and then you can apply this equation. Otherwise not. So this is the small literature review for this paper. You can see this. Now essential drawbacks of this USLE. Basically, number one, USLE is based on the data of USA. Okay, so its applicability to the other regions, it is questionable. Second thing, the runoff estimated erosion is available only in Musle and not in Rusle and USLE. Second drawback. Third, the plot data was used, but its applicability to the greater spatial scale, it requires some scale factors, correction factors. Okay, so these are some, and again one thing, rill and gully erosion is not estimated by any equation. It may be Rusle or Musle. Okay. Now, so whatever the drawbacks of these equations they have studied, and some what you can say mechanism is developed by the different researchers across the world, so that they can have some better model for the prediction of soil erosion. Number one, Morgan model. It essentially has two phases: water phase and the sediment phase. Water phase deals with the estimation of kinetic energy due to the rainfall and estimation of runoff, and sediment phase is having the estimation of sediment detachment due to the impact of rainfall and estimation of sediment generation due to the runoff flow. I will not go into detail in these equations. Ruse model. Basically, in the humid tropical regions like Africa or some other countries, okay, Kenya, it is the whatever the factor, the equation for the factor R is not applicable, which is available for the USLE and Rusle. So this Ruse has modified this equation, regression equation for this R factor of this USLE, and he give it as his model, as a Ruse model. This one, predict and localize erosion and runoff. It is the name of the model. It is firstly presented by the Brickworth in 2003. Basically, it is PC raster based model, in which one model addresses the surface runoff calculation and second model deals with the erosion calculations. Okay. Now, erosion calculation is dealt by the US, that is the method Griffith University Erosion Sedimentation System. Okay. So now, next, regional scale sediment model. It is given by the Habib in 2001, and it has the components like hydrology component, soil detachment component, factorial approach, etc. Okay, and they require some different types of data for this. PESERA. As the whatever the data that is there of USLE and BUSLE, it is based on USA area, but it is not applicable for the Europe. Okay, because the climate conditions and soil and all these things are different for the Europe. So that's why whatever the model, erosion model that is appropriate for the Europe, that has been developed. Okay, and that is what the PESERA, Pan-European Soil Erosion Risk Assessment Model. Okay, one good thing in this model, additional thing, they are having some scenario criteria. So you can change the scenario and you can see the effect of it. Again, they have added some modules to assess the effect of climate change on the soil erosion also. That was not available in any model earlier. That is the advanced things in that. Next, real growth model. Now, real growth model, why they are given? Because USLE models, they are able to give the real erosion. Just a minute. 2 minutes. Okay, just finish. Only 3 slides are there. Okay. Real growth model. These earlier equations, they are able to give the real erosion magnitude. But what is the pattern of risk that is developed across the watershed or across the area that was not given by any model? That facility is available in this.